He says it's about accountability, while Trump calls the move sedition at its highest level. A doctor and nurse at Franciscan Health Crown Point in Indiana have been fired after a black pregnant Chicago woman, Mercedes Wells, gave birth on the roadside following an early discharge. The hospital is adding cultural competency training and new exams for all patients leaving labor and delivery. And musician Jelly Bean Johnson, best known as the drummer for Minneapolis funk band The Time, has died at 69. A collaborator with Prince, Janet Jackson, and Mint Condition, Johnson passed away Friday in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This is Dr. Jaquil Ross, the host for Talk That, NOLA Education, brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans. On Talk That, we'll be focusing on the amazing work of educators and students happening inside and around public schools in New Orleans. Our school communities are full of so much talent and promise, so let's talk about it. This month, we'll be joined by Jamar McNeely, Jarrell Bryant, and Dana Peterson for a discussion focused on the importance of black men in education. Also, we will hear from Kathleen Harris, Dr. Sheila Guidry, and Dr. Kelly Jordan to talk about how NSNO and NOLA Public Schools are supporting a growing English language learner population in our schools. Following that, we will have a conversation with a few representatives from NOLA Public Schools to talk about the upcoming enrollment window for school year 26-27 using the New Orleans Common Application process. So tune in to Talk That, NOLA Education, every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m. To learn more about NSNO and our programs, visit newschoolsforneworleans.org.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK.
WBOK 12:30 a.m. We really appreciate you listening on AM radio, on the internet, and of course listening and watching on Facebook Live. It is 7:02 a.m. You got somewhere to be for 7:15. Get up and get moving. You probably be on time if you got yourself up already and you're in motion and on the go. This is Will Sutton. I thank you for spending some of your Monday morning with us. I know it's Thanksgiving week, so it's a short week for some. Going to be working on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and off for the balance of the week. And then others will work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for an hour or two. And then others will probably work Monday and Tuesday. And then some others, they're going to put in some time today, and they're going to be off for the entirety of the week. I know how it goes. And, of course, we got this big thing coming up this weekend. We're going to hear all about it this morning and this afternoon as the Bayou Classic featuring Grambling State University and Southern University Baton Rouge football teams will officially announce what's going to be happening this weekend. They'll be making those announcements at the Superdome later this morning. We will have a good show ahead for you today. We're going to have Larry Barabino returning again, and he's going to be talking about NORD and the community involvement that they're doing during the holidays, including a variety of ways to give back. We're also going to be hearing from Southern University, New Orleans, SUNO. And guess what? He is no longer State Senator Joe Bowie. He is SUNO Chancellor Dr. Joe Bowie. And he will be right here at WBOK. There's an alumni summit coming up, and we look forward to hearing from him about that. And if all things work, the technicalities and phones and the arrangements for logistics for getting everybody in place, we hope to hear from Dr. Martin Lamel Jr., who is the president of Grambling State University, and Chancellor John K. Pierre, Chancellor of Southern University and A&M College. Of course, we have the big game on Saturday and all kinds of activities and events on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we hope we'll have the leaders on to talk about what this means in the context of the academics and scholarship of the students with this historic matchup on the field, but they do some things together, and of course they have their individual goals that they pursue every single day. Looking forward to this short week because we're going to have some other guests that we will enjoy having conversation with, and I hope that you'll be a part of that conversation. We're going to have Alana Odoms, Executive Director of the American Civil Liberties Organization of Louisiana, right here at WBOK. You know, all this Border Patrol stuff is really freaking out a lot of people. So she's going to come in and talk with us about that. And we'll have Dottie Belletto, who is the owner and head honcho over at New Orleans Convention Company. And, of course, they organize all things Bayou Classic, and she'll be joining us as well. We're going to have a special guest this week, Arnie Felco, former city councilman and host of WBOK's Let's Elevate with Arnie Felco and Cary Grant. And Arnie and his family have been a part of a Field of Dreams project in the 9th Ward, and looks like that's really coming together as what's been happening in recent days. So Arnie's going to be joining us to talk about that. Meanwhile, in the news, you know, there are, you know, more and more people who are concerned, freaking out because of the reports of Border Patrol agents coming into the city of New Orleans and nearby parishes and over into Mississippi as well. We still don't know what is planned because nobody's told us. We have city officials asking questions and not getting answers. It seems to be I shouldn't say they're not getting answers. The answers seem to be, we'll let you know when we think you should know. So one of the things that happened on the weekend was there was some video shared on social media of black SUVs in a convoy seemingly moving through the city of New Orleans. And the idea was that this is ICE or Border Patrol moving into the city and getting positions. We don't know if that's real, but it just adds to the angst of what's been going on. And, you know, we have a number of folks who deal with immigration on an ongoing basis. Some of them are citizens. Some of them have relatives and friends who are immigrants, recent immigrants, like days, weeks, months. And some of them are new citizens themselves. But based on how they look, how they talk, speaking English that isn't, it might not be the English that you and I can understand as easily. They are getting stopped and papers checked and picked up and taken away in a number of other places. And so there is reasonable concern that the same thing could be happening in southeastern Louisiana. We really don't want that kind of thing here in New Orleans, greater New Orleans, southeastern Louisiana. But with our the way our Latino population has grown, particularly in Jefferson Parish and Kenner in particular, which is the most of any Louisiana city in terms of Hispanic growth. It's reasonable to be concerned. And so I'm concerned for folks that we do what we can to make sure that folks are aware of what they can do. The mayor-elect issued some guidelines for immigration folks who are concerned about that. So we're going to get to that in a bit after the break, and we'll get back to some of the news and information that you want to know, need to know, might want to know, should know, right here at WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Expected today with highs in the low 80s. We'll see a couple of spotty showers for the afternoon. Then overnight, a couple of more spotty showers and thunderstorms into Tuesday morning into the afternoon, with highs rising to the low 80s as well. By Wednesday, though, highs only into the 70s and then highs into the 60s by Thanksgiving Day. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch, y'all. You know how we do. Every Monday is Moving Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to
all day long.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK. Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here at WBOK 1230 AM. I am Will Sutton. I don't think I told you that already, but those who know the voice probably recognized it. Just saw a few people just a few days ago, and I was passing by and saying hello. And just like that, somebody said, "Are you Will Sutton?" I was like, I never met these brothers in my life before, but a very pleasant meeting based on them hearing my voice. That's wonderful to hear, because WBOK has a good, rich reach, and you never know who is listening. The mayor-elect, Helena Moreno, has issued some guidance, and wanted to share some of that with you before we get to some other things, so that you can be sure to know where to get it, take a look. Even if you do not think that you will be affected by this, let me remind you that this is New Orleans, and we have what former Mayor Mark Morial likes to call a gumbo of people. We got all kinds of shades and braids and hair. We got all kinds of melanin. And sometimes some of us are assumed to be something that we are not. And it's a good idea to be aware of what's going on. For starters, let's make sure everybody's clear. There's the National Guard, there's ICE, and there's Border Patrol. Those are three different operations. What's been causing a lot of the angst just recently is word that the Border Patrol is going to be sending up to 250 agents into this community to enforce immigration laws. The President Donald Trump administration says it's all legal. We have a right to do this, and we're looking for folks who are not complying with immigration laws. And the New Orleans police chief, Ann Kirkpatrick, told you here first at WBOK some days ago that the New Orleans Police Department will welcome any of the federal agencies, but they will do their job and not help them do their job. So the civil matters based on federal law are not New Orleans police matters, and so they will not be helping them with that, but they want to cooperate and help them as law enforcement partners. So if you see something that looks strange, you should reach out to the New Orleans Police Department in particular. Meanwhile, like I told you, Mayor-elect Helena Moreno has put out some guidance on her website, HelenaMorenoLA.com. HelenaMorenoLA.com. That's different from the New Direction New Orleans website. So I just want to make sure you know where you're going. There's a PDF that you can download in English, and there's also a PDF that you can download in Spanish. And I'm not going to read it to you word for word. Just want to give you some overview because it's a good idea going into this holiday season to be aware of some of these things. So this Know Your Rights summary speaks to being stopped by immigration officers or other law enforcement officials. And it can be frightening, but you should remain calm. And it's important to not run, argue, resist, or fight the officers. Don't lie about your status or provide false documents. If you're pulled over in a traffic stop, be aware that sometimes officers identifying themselves as police, they are not police. They are immigration officers. They are not police. So you can ask them politely if they're from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, or from the Customs and Border Protection, which is CBD or Border Patrol. If they're immigration officers, then you need to answer questions such as if you are a U.S. citizen or have lawful immigration status and if you are undocumented. In that case, you might want to stop talking because you have the right to remain silent and not to discuss your immigration or citizenship status with the police, immigration agents, ICE, Border Patrol, or any other. Because whatever you say might be used against you in court. Now, in some cities, these agents or officers are knocking on doors, and just be aware that they have to have a warrant signed by a judge to enter your home. So it's not okay for them to identify themselves as police and enter the home. I was driving around the city this weekend, and I know there are a number of soccer games played, and often see the guys hanging out at the Home Depot and the Lowe's and some places like that to get some work. Weren't quite as populated, and that is unfortunate that people are concerned in that way. We've got a caller. Good morning, Ms. Jones. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? Good morning to everybody. pertaining to the IC and stopping people, what people should do is, of course, have their ID. Most of the time it's a driver's license, but have copies of it, and even your birth certificate, a copy of it, and any ID. Carry it all the time. Have more than one copy. Because I think I heard where they had taken a people's ID,
Yep.
let them go, and didn't give back, and they have nowhere to prove. Send some copies over to your relatives in other states. Exchange with each other.
Great idea, because the very reason that you mentioned some of these things are being taken or confiscated, and you don't even know who the person is. In some cases, you don't.
They're criminals behind the black hoods. That's all it is. They can't be that much law-abiding.
Right. And in some cases, one of the things that's happening is they're not even federal agents of any kind. These are just bad actors pretending to be agents or ICE or Border Patrol trying to get your stuff.
America, who support this man, you ought to be proud of yourself. He's ripping it bit by bit. So come out of the woods if you supported the current president.
Yeah, it's most unfortunate, and I mean, this is not the nation. Most of us were schooled and educated to believe that is possible. We know we have a long way to go to have the nation that was promised, but this surely is not part of it.
It probably won't ever be, and we need to stop being supportive of things. I think our governor might be surprised, too, because he's going to kick him aside just like he did, what's that woman's name, Marjorie?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, good buddies. Like,
how about that?
I wouldn't join her, and Jasmine is not going to take wooden nickels. Jasmine she's not going to take wood nickels. That's probably a stage, too, because everything that they've done and said has been lies, mostly. So that's probably a stage. She probably may be tired of it, but they're being used in other ways. They're full of tricks. Our people need to just stop all the good timing and partying. I'm not anti-social, but a lot of money coming to the city, and this is what they're going to do.
Yep.
Wake up, people. Stop being wasteful. Take better care of your health, because this thing of taking Medicaid, they want to purge the population. If you don't get your medicine or your health services, what's going to happen? We're going to die. That's the whole idea.
Yep.
So please, your ID and passport, they're good for 10 years. If you could get one, they cost about $125, good for 10 years.
Yep. Wonderful. Thank you so much for calling, Ms. Jones. And you have a blessed day. You doing anything special for Thanksgiving?
No, I don't observe it that much here in later years, because after finding out the history of it, I mean, we should be thankful every day.
Yes, indeed.
Every day, but the reason, I mean, I read a book where it was celebrating the massacre of the Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
That's been buried, and I mean, concerned one day and people are homeless, that's what Thanksgiving should be included, too.
Yep.
So,
well, we got some, there's news on that front as well. And looks like the Trump administration is going to be changing the national policies when it comes to homelessness and the unhoused, so that we potentially could have thousands of people who've been off of the streets back on the streets because the funds won't be available.
And this was done by design. You could be blind and see. This is all ingredients for the destruction of a country. If people couldn't see that, I don't know what's what. You don't have to. I didn't tell you to love me or like me. I don't care if you don't. I really don't. As long as I got the love of our Creator.
Well, this is a change in the Department of Housing and Urban Development. They issued the new rules this month. So with some of the other
things going on, we miss some of these developments that can affect a great number of people. And the essence of it seems to be that if some of these unhoused who have been housed after a lot of work may lose their subsidies and therefore have to hit the streets or couches or someplace else with the changes that are coming next year. And our share of that was $93 million last year, and so that's expected to shrink significantly.
After Katrina, we fought hard protesting to keep the public housing going. They tore down the strongest buildings that could sustain hurricanes. All they need to do is just enforce the laws with the residents. We grew up in housing project, and it was kept beautiful. I have pictures that I could show how people kept it up, neighbors got along, and the works of making a neighborhood.
Yeah.
But tearing them down, I mean, the temperature was even with what they call St. Joe break. Kept it warm in the winter, and it wasn't as hot in the summer.
Yeah.
But they were sturdy buildings that withstood the hurricane forces from 1940-something, if I could recall.
Well, I was telling you about that housing thing, and, we're talking about more than 2,500, 2,600 people might be back out on the streets in Orleans and Jefferson Parish alone. That doesn't include other parts of the state. So, I mean, this is a developing story that hasn't been big in the news yet.
People should have long stopped looking, listening, stopped thinking that partying is every day, every minute.
Yep.
Other things that's, just as serious. Then you could enjoy it.
Yep. Well, if people want to know more about that, my colleague Sophie Kasakov over at Times-Picayune did a report on that, but hasn't been getting much other attention, so I hope that people will pay attention. All right. Well, you have a blessed day, Mrs. Jones. Appreciate your call.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, we're going to go to break. This is Will Sutton. I'm in WBOK, 1230 a.m. The time is 7:27 a.m. And when we come back from break, we'll be giving you more news and information about what's going on in the world, in this nation, and in this city and region. But in particular, we're going to hear from Larry Barabino from NORD, talking about what's going on with NORD and, in particular, the holiday season and giving back. You're listening to WBOK, 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about. All day long.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the Community Scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses, such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, The Arnie and Cary Show.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Good morning, Wake Up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It is 7:31 a.m., and we really appreciate your tuning in to the Good Morning Show today. We know it's a slow week for some of you all. For some of you all, it might be your last work day before the balance of the week, and we are happy to have the opportunity to talk to our friend Larry Barabino from Nord. And you got some seasonal information to talk to us about. But first, for those who might not have been tuned in the last time that you were with us, remind them who you are and what you do over
Absolutely. Good morning. Larry Barabino Jr., CEO of NORD Commission. Of course, responsible for the day-to-day operations of New Orleans Recreations Commission, and I'm
no small thing,
no small task at all, no small task at all. When you're managing 160 plus facilities and properties, and offering all the programming that we offer, a staff of over 235 is no small task at all. Shout out to the NORD staff, volunteer coaches, and those that's always making things happen.
Yep. So now with that. Nordsea obviously have gone through some changes and all, but one of the things that you've been doing is staying focused on the youth.
Absolutely.
And so that doesn't stop during the holidays.
No, doesn't stop doing holidays, doesn't stop doing transitions, nor just keep pushing along.
Okay, so talk to us about what you have going on with Holiday in the Park.
Sure. So Holidays in the Park, we're celebrating our 6th year. It's out at Joe Brown Memorial Park, and we light up the park. We've been lighting up the park for the last 6 years. We have a phenomenal volunteer organization group of residents out of New Orleans East that comes and help us put it on, and we're excited. We're very excited. It kicks off on November 29th, and it's free.
What? Wait.
Free.
All right.
Yeah. It looks a little different this year because the back bridge is closed. So we've added.
That's right.
Yes. The back bridge is closed for repairs. But we've added another feature which we didn't have in the past. We have a walking tour now, right? The driving component of it is different. But however, we have a walking tour right now, which is great. The families are going to love it. You can come out with your families, walk the park, drive through the park, and enjoy during the Christmas holiday season. We wanted to make sure that we can bring something to New Orleans East, just the same way as there's something in City Park. We have something huge for the families out in New Orleans East. But it's open to everyone in the city of New Orleans, not just those that live in New Orleans East.
Right. And, one of the things that is wonderful about Joe Brown Park in particular and this event is it's really easy to get to.
Absolutely.
It's really easy to get to. It's easy to navigate.
Yes.
Parking is a breeze. I mean, of course, if everybody wants to park at the same spot, then that's a different issue. But there are places where you can park and walk and get over there. I enjoyed going over there last season, and I forgot about that bridge being out. So
yes.
that obviously would change things. But
yes.
But sounds like you all have thought that through. Now, give the listeners a sense of what they will see and what that is going to look like for those who haven't been. I've
Sure.
been a couple of times, but give them a sense of what they'll see.
Sure. So listen, we have the lit up Christmas decor throughout the park, and I want to send a special shout out to Crescent City artist Renee Pierre, who donated a host of new Christmas features that you'll see on the walking tour and different things. So we have those kind of partnerships with Crescent City Artist LLC with that's Renee Pierre. He's the master artist who donated a lot of Christmas fixtures that you'll see throughout there. But then also a shout out to our state representative and newly elected council member for District E, Jason Hughes, who always sends us state appropriations for New Orleans East. And he definitely sent some funding out for holidays in the park because he feel that district needs to be lit up just as well as City Park and any other part of the city. But like I said, you'll have a lot of Christmas decor out there. You're going to have Santa's Village out there. You'll be able to go through, take pictures with Santa Claus, and it's free.
Free. That's like, now what are the hours? When can people expect to be able to go over there?
So as they say, from dusk to 10 p.m.
Okay.
So soon as it's getting dark till 10 p.m., they can go out there, and it's like I say, it's enjoyable. I go out there sometimes 5 to 6 times with my granddaughter because she likes to continue to go and see the lights. I take a picture with Santa. And like I said, this has been going on for 6 years, and a huge shout out to all those that have been partners with us, like New Orleans East Hospital, who have partnered with us, and other small entities have partnered with us out there in the past. And just the volunteer committee is awesome. That committee, that the Holidays in the Park committee, shout out to them, who does a yeoman's job of bringing in sponsors and partnerships.
Yeah, that's great. Now, there's some kind of Thanksgiving tie-in?
Well, it kicks off on the 29th.
Okay.
So the
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, Thanksgiving weekend it kicks off. We open up on the 29th of the 29th, the day after Thanksgiving. So we're excited about that. Because of some of the restraints with the budget and with the city, there's certain days that we would normally open that we are not able to open this year because we cannot do the overtime. But absolutely, absolutely, and it's free, right? Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be this weekend opening.
Yes.
Dusk until about 10 p.m.
To about 10 p.m., yes.
Now, there's any food or music or things like that? Or
they might have some food vendors out there. I'm not sure yet because that committee surprises me all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
especially during the walking tour. Absolutely.
A vendor, I mean, seems like a natural opportunity, especially for some folks that might be visiting.
Absolutely.
Visiting
absolutely,
family and looking to get something to eat.
Yep.
Maybe not turkey.
Sure. Maybe some hot cocoa or something.
Yeah.
Right? But listen, we're always looking for sponsors, partners to come on board, to hang some signs up, to come be a naming sponsor, different things for different parts of it. And you can definitely do that. We have the North Foundation, which is a 501c3 organization that's accepting the donations for Holidays in the Park and everything that we do at North.
So one of the things that you said you do is bring your granddaughter out.
Yes, every year.
What is she like?
She like it all. Now, we have a set of dancing Christmas trees that dance to the music, right? And I mean, she's amazed at them because as the music is going, it's 3 trees, and she is at awe every time she's watching those 3 trees. We have a huge angel, trumpeting angel that's out there, and they are huge. She love it. She love how all the lights dance on the different characters that's out there, the Christmas characters, but she loved taking pictures with Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yep. Never gets old. I've taken pictures with Santa Claus.
Yes.
Just in the last few years.
Yes.
So, all right, we got a caller. Good morning, Raquel. You're on with Larry Bernardino for North Sea.
Good morning, Will. Good morning, Larry. How you doing?
Good morning.
How you doing, Larry? I know you know your friend, right, Larry?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I just wanted to make sure Will didn't have to do, a second, introduction or anything. I'm more than sure Larry knows his friend well and his friend's voice real well. And I wanted to let Will know the little backstory. I've been with this young man with his full of greatness for, I don't know what, about 20 years, Larry? You been on the beat?
Might be a little bit longer, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Larry, you older than me. I gotta catch up with your count. But Will, when I say this young man here that you have in this office have been, always been our boots on the ground, from small to medium to large. And I'm so glad that he's finally on the pedestal that we really need him and his voice that we really need where he needs to be at with our kids, Lord, because he always been passionate about what he does and what he do. Thank you so much, Larry. I wanted to call in. I couldn't catch you the last time you was there, but I'd be damned if I was gonna miss it this today. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks
you
again.
did a
as
wonderful
always.
job with that summer program as well, Larry. I had dipped back on you, had that 5-year-old for you and stuff, so I was able to put my little roots back in with you and stuff on the other side.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you that I really, truly appreciate that performance with that summer programming and with the camps for all the kiddos. Y'all did an awesome job.
Thank you very much. I always appreciate you.
All right.
Of course, Larry. You know I can't hide from you.
All right.
All right, Will.
Thanks
Y'all
for calling
take
in,
care.
Raquel.
Happy holidays and keep up the good work, Larry.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you
Always
as well.
good to hear from you. Have a blessed day. Okay. So tell us about the toy drive.
Yes. So NORD is hosting its annual toy drive. This year we're doing it in partnership with iHeartMedia and Morris Ball. We really picked this up during COVID. We knew the need of it, and we always did a drive-through at Lafitte Greenway. But this year, we're doing it a little different. We're doing it on December 13th at Milne Rec Center in partnership with Morris Ball. Definitely. But right now, the toy drive has kicked off. We have boxes throughout the city of New Orleans, and we're looking to serve kids between the age of infants to 12 years old. And we're looking to accept new unwrapped toys for these kids. And we have boxes at all of NORD rec centers, at Lafitte Greenway, at our tennis centers, even in City Hall, right? So if you're a city employee and you're working, you can drop off toys in the box. It's definitely going to go to needy kids because we know the need for our families. Mm-hmm. And this is one thing that we definitely take joy in doing, because I was a kid when I was young growing up in the St. Bernard Housing Project. We'd go to the Superdome for the toy giveaway. My mom and them would get us up early and we would go there. So I know how important this is to a lot of families. And so right now we're accepting toys at those different locations, any NORD Rec Center, Tennis Center, City Hall, Lafitte Greenway, up until December 10th. Now, I'm throwing that out on my staff because they said December 5th, but I said, no, we're going to move this and give them some time to December 10th, which is a Wednesday. So if anyone wants to donate late, we're accepting. It's never too late to donate, to give for a worthy cause such as this. And again, we'll be distributing the toys on December 13th at 9 a.m. at Milne Rec Center in partnership with iHeartMedia and Morris Ball.
So that's December 13th.
Yes.
At Milne.
Yes, sir.
9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
What does a family need, a mom, dad, guardian, auntie need to show up with the kid?
Just the kid.
You need
Parents
a kid.
cannot get them. The kids have to be there to receive the toys. We're not giving to grandma, mama, mom, aunt. We're giving directly to the kids. All you need to have with you is a kid.
Okay, so what if Granny says, I got 7 kids I need to pick up for. I got one with me.
Unfortunately, Granny, you need to have all 7 with you. We're giving you ample time. We're giving you ample time to make sure that you have all 7 of them kids with you, Granny, because we have to make sure we're being fair and we give it to as many kids that show up out there that day. And it's about being fair and making sure we're serving the kids that show up.
Now, what have you done this particular approach before at Milne?
So we've done it in partnership with Morris Bart. We would normally have two. We would normally have the one that we host on Lafitte Greenway on one Saturday, and we would have the one that we would partner with Morris Bart on the opposite Saturday at Milne. So yes, we did. We have it where you can drive through. We have different tents set up, different partners set up, and we service. Your kids can get toys, they can get books, they can get a host of different things, but they're only putting it in the kids' hands.
All right. So, are there any eligibility requirements, any paperwork people need to show ID or
none? Just show up. It's about the kid.
Wow.
It's solely about the kid,
and that too is free.
And that's free.
All right. Well, wait a minute now. So, the Joe Brown Park thing, starting this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Dusk until about 10.
Yes, sir.
And that's free.
And that's free.
And then you got December 13th, and it starts about 9 a.m.
Yes.
iHeart and Morris Bart with North Sea.
Yes.
And that's free.
And that's free. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, thank you to those sponsors, to those partners. You know, we're able to do what we do out at Joe Brown because of Pierre, you know, who's donating. We're able to do what we're doing out at Joe Brown because
wonderful
of
artists.
Yeah, wonderful artists. We're able to do what we do because of now council member elect for District E, Jason Hughes, who's been a yeoman when it comes down to New Orleans East and partnering with Nord, his partnership with Nord, and also our partnership with iHeart Media that expands throughout the year, and also with Morris Bart for his giveaways and his partnerships that he do as well.
All right, so that's a lot of work to pull together for a couple of very important free events. So how are you holding up, and how's your team holding up?
Listen, Nord has a very solid team. This is what we do. You know, we're always excited to serve our community, serve our public. You know, then of course we always have great volunteers. Shout out to the volunteers. And, you know, often enough people think volunteers are just on the sports side, but we have a host of volunteers on our programmatic side. We have a host of volunteers that might come out and help clean the park and do different things. Like I said, we have our Holidays in the Park committee. They're volunteers.
Right.
They're volunteers. We have volunteers that come out and partner with iHeart Media on our toy giveaway, different parade groups that come out. And I'll be coming back to talk about our Mardi Gras events with our Teens Mardi Gras Ball that we do, and also coming back talking about our special needs Mardi Gras Ball that we do. You know, those are the big things that's coming up after the holidays, and those are huge as well. You know, Nord, our motto is something for everyone, and we stand on that, like those kids say.
All right, so let's make sure our WBOK family of listeners know that if they have an unwrapped toy for kids from infant to 12, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how can they find, it's like I'm not sure where to go, but I hear there are boxes all over the city, but how do they find out where to go?
Sure. So you can always go to Nord's website on nordsea.org to find our rec centers, but it's at 14. Nord has 14 rec centers or community centers citywide. We have 2 tennis facilities out at Joe Brown and out at Uptown at Atkinson Stern, also at City Hall. So you can stop at whether it's Tremay Center, Joe Brown Center, St. Bernard Center, Milne Center, Lion Center, Cutoff Center, and on and on. We have Rosenwald Center, you know, down in the Lower Ninth Ward, Sanchez Center.
And a short distance from wherever you are.
Absolutely. Lower Ninth Ward, Sanchez. Upper Ninth Ward, we have Starling St. Claude, and we have Desire Florida Community Center, Cutoff, and Morris Jeff Center. We have centers throughout. Go to a local Nord Center near you, and there's a box that you can drop your unwrapped toys off. Wonderful. And unused.
Unused, unwrapped.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. And that is a couple of really wonderful activities and events. I'm looking forward to returning to Joe Brown Park because I just enjoy the season. Yes. And I love what you all do at Joe Brown during this special holiday time as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
I know it's a relatively new tradition, but I think it's one that the community has really kind of latched on to.
Absolutely. They're looking forward to it.
Yep.
The community is definitely looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I'm Will Sutton. We've been in conversation with Larry Barabino and from North Sea. And don't forget, you have 14 locations to drop off unwrapped, unused toys for kids from infant to about 12 years old. And you can check out the North Sea website for those locations. And starting this weekend, we've got the Holidays in the Park at Joe Brown Park from dusk until 10 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Did I get everything?
You got everything in.
All right.
Got everything in.
All right. All right, folks. We are going to be back after the break, talk about some more news and information, things you want to know, might want to know, give you some context. And, of course, in a bit, we're going to have some special guests coming on the Good Morning Show. Thanks again, Larry, for being with us this morning. This is WBOK 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
With WDSU News, and here's your headlines. New Orleans Mayor-elect Helene Moreno is giving an update on her 2026 budget plans. Moreno says main departments like sanitation, public safety and permits, NOPD, and NOFD will be fully funded or close to it, but some other departments could see significant cuts. Moreno says those cuts will come to positions under mayoral control and mostly in the mayor's office. The NOPD is looking for 2 suspects accused of robbing 4 teens at gunpoint Saturday night in the CBD. Investigators say 2 men approached the group right before 6:30 along Canal Street. They demanded cash and the bicycles they were riding. The victims complied and the suspects took off. Also over the weekend, a double shooting leaves 2 men hurt in Central City. Police say the shooting happened on Josephine Street near Oretha Castle Haley Boulevard. This morning, there's no word on a suspect or the condition of the 2 victims. The incident is still under investigation. But if you have any information on any of these 2 situations we just mentioned, call Crime Stoppers. You know the number. It's 504-822-1111. And Lemon Drop Fest is issuing refunds for attendees who felt like they didn't get the full experience. The festival says due to circumstances both within and outside their control, they were unable to provide the best experience possible. Those refunds will reportedly be issued in the coming weeks or so. Festival organizers say they will be back next year, though. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the Whole Water Stove, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
here on WBOK 1230 AM. I am Will Sutton, and I'm here with you today. Flying solo on this side of the glass, but not solo at all at WBOK. General Manager Justin Lewis is behind the glass, holding it down, making sure all things run as they should, and making sure that folks get into the building and out of the building and into the seats with me as we move along today. Looking forward to having more of the show with each and every one of you. If you're getting up and getting out and you got somewhere to be at 8 a.m., you got 5 minutes to be there, so please take your time. It will be there when you get there, wherever it is, whatever it is, and we want to make sure that you get there in one piece. So please, please, please take your time, look both ways, make sure that you have everything that you need to have on your person, and make sure that you are going about your business in the ways that you would want to have anybody else treat you. Please treat others the same. One of the things that I told you about a few days was that there was a guy arrested, booked in October, but the investigation has been continuing. He's connected with indecent behavior with a juvenile, and now New Orleans police are saying there are probably other victims. Because Mr. Victor Ilazara, I believe is the name, Ilazara, Illarraza, 31, has been a dean of students at multiple New Orleans schools, and apparently targeted Hispanic females with limited English proficiency. And so those were the people that he was focused on. So they are looking for more information. You can contact Detective Mario Bravo Jr. by WhatsApp at 504-421-3357 or call the detective line at 504-658-5267. And you can call Crime Stoppers of Greater New Orleans at 504-822-1111. Always disturbing. It really, really bugs the heck out of me. I get quite disturbed when we are hurting our babies. Let's see, we had on Saturday night, so after we were off the air on Friday morning, a lot of things started happening throughout the day and the evening. Want to make sure you're aware that on Saturday night there was a double homicide in the two-lane Gravier area, 500 block of South Miro Street. That was about 9:20 p.m. A couple of men suffered from gunshot wounds, and one of the victims died from the wounds later that night. And then the other victim died from the wounds overnight the next day. Sunday morning. So police are still investigating that situation, and you can call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 504-822-1111, 504-822-1111, or you can contact the New Orleans Police Homicide Detectives, 504-658-5300, 504-658-5300. And we had a hit and run on Friday evening on Sheffman Tour. Again, we were not on the air at that time, so that's why I'm bringing it up. This happened in the 6300 block of Sheffman Tour about 5:55 p.m. Have to say, I was in that area about that time, and I saw a number of police cars zipping and running, in the same direction. I was wondering what was going on, and I think this might have been it. The New Orleans EMS pronounced a 63-year-old man dead at the scene, and a second victim was taken to a hospital. This was police, according to police, a tan hatchback with damage to its left side and front ran away or left the scene. And so Shepherd Door was closed down for a bit. For those of you all who are in the area, they are looking to identify the person after, handling contact with the family. It's an ongoing investigation. Of course, police are looking for your help with that as well. We also had a couple of people who were shot in Central City on Sunday night, according to the police department. This was in the 1900 block of Josephine Street. There were two men who suffered gunshot wounds near Orthea Caso Haley Boulevard. Not much more information. That's the story developing overnight. So pay attention and be alert. If you know something about that, again, New Orleans police would like to hear from you. So keep your eyes and ears open. Sometimes, like me, you come upon something. I didn't see it happen, but you're aware that something happened. But you might have been there earlier than I was in that area, and perhaps you are aware of something that might have been going on, and perhaps you saw something, and they would love to know what you saw to make sure that you can help them with their respective investigations. All right, it's time to go to break again. I'm Will Sutton, happy to be with you today on this gorgeous Monday, and I look forward to hearing from some of you at the WBOK 1230 a.m. talk line, 504-582-9422. You're listening to WBOK 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Democrat Senator Mark Kelly is defending a video urging troops to refuse illegal orders from President Trump.
We reiterated what basically is the rule of law, that members of the military cannot follow illegal orders.
On CBS's Face the Nation, Kelly says it's about accountability, while Trump calls the move sedition at its highest level. A doctor and nurse at Franciscan Health Crown Point in Indiana have been fired after a black pregnant Chicago woman, Mercedes Wells, gave birth on the roadside following an early discharge. The hospital is adding cultural competency training and new exams for all patients leaving labor and delivery. And musician Jelly Bean Johnson, best known as the drummer for Minneapolis funk band The Time, has died at 69. A collaborator with Prince, Janet Jackson, and Mint Condition, Johnson passed away Friday in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This is Dr. Jaquil Ross, the host for Talk That, NOLA Education, brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans. On Talk That, we'll be focusing on the amazing work of educators and students happening inside and around public schools in New Orleans. Our school communities are full of so much talent and promise, so let's talk about it. This month, we'll be joined by Jamar McNeely, Jarrell Bryant, and Dana Peterson for a discussion focused on the importance of black men in education. Also, we will hear from Kathleen Harris, Dr. Sheila Guidry, and Dr. Kelly Jordan to talk about how NSNO and NOLA Public Schools are supporting a growing English language learner population in our schools. Following that, we will have a conversation with a few representatives from NOLA Public Schools to talk about the upcoming enrollment window for school year 26-27 using the New Orleans Common Application process. So tune in to Talk That, NOLA Education, every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m. To learn more about NSNO and our programs, visit newschoolsforneworleans.org.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
To the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK 1230 a.m. I am Will Sutton and happy to be with you on this gorgeous and fabulous Monday morning. We had a good conversation with Larry Barabino about Holiday in the Park over at Joe Brown Park and the toy giveaway, which they can't give away the toys without getting the toy donations. So unused, unwrapped toys are desired. About 14 places where you can provide your donations to this drive, and then they'll be having the toy giveaway on December 13th, 9 o'clock, making quite a number of boys and girls happy, and that will certainly be something that they will make their season a bit brighter for sure. One of the things that is ongoing out of Washington, D.C. is the various relationships with President Donald Trump and the leaders out of Washington, D.C. And one of the things that happened is Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of his staunchest supporters, biggest supporters, has announced that she is resigning from Congress. Yep, she is resigning from Congress, and she is going to step back based on what's happened with the Epstein files. She's going to step out of the limelight. But there are a number of people who are saying, what might that be about? So one pot of speculation is that she's doing this to start the process of weaning herself away from Donald Trump, developing new connections, a different kind of branding with MAGA and the Republican Party to lay the groundwork for running for president when President Trump's current term is up. So that would be fascinating to see the possible matchup with J.D. Vance or another Trump or some of the other people who are also anticipating the end of the Trump presidency as an opportunity for them to move in. We've got the big annual Bayou Classic happening this weekend, and there is a close to a week of activities. Always has a big kickoff on Monday before the big game, and there are activities always on Friday and Saturday, and sometimes it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and that is always a good time. And with quite a purpose, and for a big reason to help the continued education of students at these two HBCUs in Louisiana. So I want to welcome to the show, we've got Chancellor John Pierre from Southern University. How are you? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Sutton. How are you doing this morning?
Fabulous. And good morning, Dr. Martin Lamel from Grambling State University, president over there. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Good morning, gentlemen.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for making some time to talk with our WBOK family of listeners. Once again, we've got the annual Bayou Classic. This is number 52. And it's always a weekend of good activities and events. Of course, there's a great deal of fun with the step show and the marching bands, the Battle of the Bands, the football game, tailgating, special activity coming up this Friday that I don't think has been done before over that's happening on Friday afternoon. Dottie Belletta is going to be in to talk to us about that tomorrow. But I wanted to get you all on today because I want to make sure that our WBOK family of listeners know that as much fun as a lot of people have, and it's quite a Thanksgiving weekend tradition, that in the end, this is about the work that you all do day in and day out at your respective higher education institutions. So I'd like to start with you, Dr. Lamel, to talk about how Bayou Classic and the actual game and the weekend connects to the work that you do at GSU.
Absolutely. You know, Bayou Classic is a global opportunity for our students to be seen on a national network, our student athletes to bring the very best of what they do, not just in the classroom, but also on the field. It's an opportunity for that intersection of arts and entertainment, where the world-famed Tiger Marching Band gets to perform and give you their magic along with the Arkeisas Dance Company and our award-winning cheerleading team. And it's an opportunity for our students and scholars to connect with alums and industry partners as we continue to forge a pathway to being the #1 HBCU for social and economic mobility. And so this is a family-oriented weekend. It's an opportunity for alums and future Tigers to experience Grambling State University and Southern University.
And Chancellor Pierre, talk about the importance of Bayou Classic for Southern.
Yes, sir. It's very important for Southern University because, number one, it is an opportunity for our students, as Dr. Lamel indicated, to be on national TV, NBC. But more importantly, it brings together families and connections with our alums and our students in corporate America. And one of the things, for example, that we do with Grambling is we're having a business case competition between students from Southern and Grambling, which is very, very important because it gives those students an opportunity to look at the world of entrepreneurship and to bring those kinds of things. There's also an esports gaming activity going on between Southern and Grambling. So we look at all these opportunities and we say, hey, we're going to expose the world to the brand of Southern University Human Jukebox, and also talk about the historical significance of the great institutions that Southern University and Grambling are to a lot of people who sometimes aren't exposed, but when they become exposed, they become infected by what the enthusiasm is and what the opportunities are.
So I want to ask both of you, how does the what happens at the Bayou Classic this weekend carry into the academics back home? What's the impact of having a successful Bayou Classic to keep things going at Southern and Grambling?
Well, I will say this, that for us, it gives us an opportunity to recruit students that might not have been exposed to Southern University. So we use this as a launching pad for recruiting. Obviously, we're looking to fall of 2026. I think we've got a very robust application cycle going on. So this gives us more reasons to recruit. In fact, I was in Maryland the last few days and flying back in yesterday. I flew through Charlotte, and I'm wearing my Southern University sweatshirt, and a man stops me at the Charlotte airport who works there, and his daughter is at Southern, and she's a freshman in the Human Jukebox, and he was just so excited, and we connected with the daughter. So that just shows you the appeal of what we do at Southern University, and likewise at Grambling, because we have to tell people that when you look at what's happening in America in higher education, Southern University, Grambling State University are transformational institutions that are needed in the 21st century.
And Dr. Lamel, what can you speak to the connection between this weekend and then returning home to Grambling State University? What difference does that make for students back on campus?
It's, for us, centered around economic impact as well. You know, Chancellor Pierre spoke about the recruitment aspect, which allows us to continue to thrive and have a diverse student population. But we also see a lot of dollars flow through the city of New Orleans. And so we're thankful for continuously having a bottom line that is supportive of future scholarships for students. We both have galas on Friday night that allow us to showcase the work that we're doing across our campuses, as well as have those alums and community partners invest in Bayou Classic and therefore investing in Southern and Grambling. And we can't say enough about our sponsors, our lead sponsor, Procter & Gamble, and the opportunities that allow us to have our students connected to internships and permanent placement.
So I want to give each of you an opportunity to tell us something that maybe our WBOK family of listeners might not know about something that you've been doing recently at Southern University or Grambling State University, something with academics, or maybe a different twist on athletics. Is there a program that you're particularly proud of, a certain recognition? What are some of the things that would be good for our audience to know?
Well, I'll say this. We recently were recognized as the #1 nursing program in the country by nurse.org. So very proud of what we're doing with respect to health care. We've got a new chemical engineering program coming, a new entrepreneurship program coming. We're the only HBCU with a risk management and insurance program that got started this past year. We've got a digital music arts program that has also been kicked off. So those are exciting new programs for our students, as well as construction management and computer engineering for those students and for people that are looking for transformational career opportunities.
All right, and Dr. Lamel, I'm going to let you answer, but I can't help but take note of what happened with the College of Business recently. That's a pretty big deal.
You and I have worked together for quite some time, Will. Yes, that was my initial starting point. Very thankful for the now named and endowed College of Business that bears Tom and Joyce Moorhead, the Grambling State University College of Business and Entrepreneurship. We continue to find ways as an AACSB accredited institution to be in the top 10% of business schools in the world. We are also pioneering a new bachelor's in public health that will complement our nursing program. For the past 4 years, that nursing program, the BSN, has had a 100% passage rate from its cohort on the NCLEX. We're continuing to see our PhD in criminology inspire a new generation of scholars, and we're on a pathway to continue social and economic mobility. We want to ensure that when a student chooses GSU, that they are on a pathway for generational wealth and life creation that sustains their family.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you're going to have quite a number of executives, faculty, staff, students in town, in the city of New Orleans, in and around the Superdome and the Hyatt Regency and the Hilton Riverside. If a parent has a high school sophomore or junior, and they want them to experience everything that the Bayou Classic has to offer, but they're there to take care of a piece of business because they want somebody to talk to about what their kid needs to do to get into one of your fine institutions. How do they find that person with all of these thousands of people around? How do they find that person and make that connection?
Well, for us, the leader of our enrollment management operation is Dr. Anthony Jackson, and his email address is anthony.jackson@sus.edu, and the folks who just email him, he will respond and get information. By the way, today we're having a STEM Fest, which will provide a lot of opportunities for young students to learn about STEM at both Southern and Grambling. Dr. Mackey with STEM NOLA has been very instrumental in bringing to light what's available at both Southern and Grambling. So those opportunities exist for us. But Anthony.Jackson@sus.edu, he'll always respond, and we're ready to take advantage of these opportunities to meet new students.
Dr. Lamel?
Well, you can find us at most of the events throughout the weekend, but the best pathway is to go to gram.edu and express your initial interest or start that application process. Also find us on the social media spaces. We're at Grambling 1901. And if you see us, send us a direct message on those. We will get back to you. And look forward to welcoming you to the place where everybody is somebody, Grambling State University.
All right. I know you all have a busy day. Let me ask you a couple more questions. Now, in the context of what's happening with the federal government and cutbacks on research and other funding, how are you dealing with those kinds of things at your respective institutions? And generally speaking, what do you think? How does that look for HBCUs?
Well, the refocus has to be on workforce development. That's one of the things that we see. There were some cutbacks in certain areas, but from an overall perspective, a lot of our research really focuses on workforce development, applied research. The big challenge is the indirect cost rate that universities get to charge, which again is up for debate. But I will tell you that HBCUs are going to be stronger and healthier over time because essentially, in some areas, the idea about focusing on workforce development levels the playing field for HBCUs. But HBCUs have always been places that are focused on workforce development for our students.
Dr. Lamel?
I agree with Chancellor Pierre. I would just extend that we also are focused on how we continue to showcase our outcomes. And so whether that's the ability to look at great placement for internships and full-time careers, the pipeline for graduate education, we have to be data-informed as a cohort of HBCU scholars and leaders. And so we are lockstep with our partner organizations like Thurgood Marshall College Fund and United Negro College Fund to ensure that we tell the story of HBCUs. As a cohort nationally, HBCUs contribute $16.5 billion in economic impact. That's our story, and we will continue to share that, and it's relevant in every space.
Wonderful. Now, if somebody says, I want my child to meet the chancellor or to meet the president, you all have, I know, schedules where, you're scheduled like by the minute where you need to be. But is there an opportunity during the weekend where somebody at least can greet you if they see you in one place or another?
Absolutely. Actually, we have a board meeting on Friday morning at 9 o'clock for those people who want to come see the business of Southern University being conducted. There is the coaches' luncheon. I'll definitely be around there. I will try to also be at the competition, the business competition. There's a Black Caucus reception on Friday, and then there are events Saturday morning. The Legislative Black Caucus has a brunch Saturday morning. So I'll be around the Hyatt, and I'm easily approachable. So I talk to anybody that wants to talk to me.
Dr. Lamel?
Chancellor covered it. The only thing I would add is the parade. I will be at the parade on Thursday at 3 p.m. So look forward to seeing a lot of our supporters of Grambling and Southern throughout the weekend. And if you're looking for me, you can always see kind of what we're doing on Grambling 1901 Instagram, and then my Instagram is Martin Lamel. So hope to see and connect with you out throughout the weekend.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question before I let you guys go. There are so many activities, and sometimes family have a number of things that they like to do during the weekend. Let's just assume that they're going to be going to the Bayou Classic football game. What one other event would you say you shouldn't miss?
Well, I would say the Battle of the Bands and the Greek Show. I mean, it's a huge popular event, especially for parents who want to expose their kids to the experience on Friday evening. That would be one that I would say a go-to event.
Dr. Lamel?
If you've never had an opportunity to experience FanFest, which is right before the game, it's a good lead-up, an opportunity to see folks very organically. So I would say FanFest.
All right, wonderful. Well, I know you've got a busy day ahead. It's God willing, it's my plan that I'll be over there for the 10 a.m. Today. Hope to see both of you gentlemen and all of the proud alums and faculty, staff, and students. Always a good time to kick off the week. Appreciate your spending time with our WBOK family of listeners. Thank you, Dr. John Pierre, and thank you, Dr. Martin Lamel, for joining us today.
You're welcome, Mr. Sutton.
Thank you.
WBOK audience, thank you.
Have a blessed day.
All right, great.
Bye. All right, there you have it. We had Chancellor John Pierre on from Southern University and Dr. Martin Lamel from Grambling State University, the Chancellor of Southern and the President of Grambling State University. A lot of great things happening this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can go to their respective university web pages to find out more about the institutions. And, of course, go to the Bayou Classic web page to find out more and get news and information about what's going on. A number of the activities are free. And, of course, you have the tickets for the Greek Step Show and Battle of the Bands on Friday night and the game on Saturday. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have more news and information, but we're also going to be having, for our guests, we're going to be having special guests in-house, our friends from Southern University at New Orleans and former state senator, Chancellor of SUNO, Dr. Bowie. You're listening to WBOK, 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. New Orleans Mayor-elect Helene Moreno is giving an update on her 2026 budget plans. Moreno says main departments like sanitation, public safety and permits, NOPD, and NOFD will be fully funded or close to it, but some other departments could see significant cuts. Moreno says those cuts will come to positions under mayoral control and mostly in the mayor's office. The NOPD is looking for 2 suspects accused of robbing 4 teens at gunpoint Saturday night in the CBD. Investigators say 2 men approached the group right before 6:30 along Canal Street. They demanded cash and the bicycles they were riding. The victims complied and the suspects took off. Also over the weekend, a double shooting leaves 2 men hurt in Central City. Police say the shooting happened on Josephine Street near Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard. This morning, there's no word on a suspect or the condition of the 2 victims. The incident is still under investigation. But if you have any information on any of these 2 situations we just mentioned, call Crime Stoppers. You know the number. It's 504-822-1111. And Lemon Drop Fest is issuing refunds for attendees who felt like they didn't get the full experience. The festival says due to circumstances both within and outside their control, they were unable to provide the best experience possible. Those refunds will reportedly be issued in the coming weeks or so. Festival organizers say they will be back next year, though. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great
This
day.
is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Mostly sunny skies expected today with highs in the low 80s. We'll see a couple of spotty showers for the afternoon. Then overnight, a couple of more spotty showers and thunderstorms into Tuesday morning into the afternoon with highs rising to the low 80s as well. By Wednesday, though, highs only into the 70s and then highs into the 60s by Thanksgiving Day. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
I'm David Patan Sr., owner of Whole Water and Food Over Medicine Academy, coach, consultant, and instructor. We're excited about our 21-day challenge. Stop, prevent, and reverse disease today. Cholesterol, diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, along with chronic illnesses and diseases. We believe that the gift of wellness is the greatest gift, and for $30 per month, $1 a day, you could have this gift for you and your family.
I'm Phyllis Washington, and I've benefited with health and weight loss.
For your gift of $30, healing and wellness can be yours. Call 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. The Whole Water Store. See you at 2135 Washington Avenue today.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the community scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
New Orleans, this is Councilman Freddie King III. This holiday season, we're inspiring the city by giving back with our annual Inspire the City Turkey and Ham giveaway.
And this is Kim Charbonnet of the Sixth Ward Steppers. Please join us on Tuesday, November 25th at Alice Hart Charter School at 10 a.m. and then we'll be at Mahalia Jackson Theater for 2.
Each vehicle will receive a turkey or ham, a perishable food package, and limited gas cards will be available while supplies last.
We're coming together to make sure families across New Orleans feel the love this Thanksgiving.
Because when we come together, we inspire the city.
Good morning, Wake Up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
To the Good Morning Show right here at WBOK 1230 AM. I am Will Sutton, flying solo on this side of the glass, but not solo altogether. Got GM Justin Lewis on this other side of the glass, holding it down, making things happen and making things work. Happy to jump into conversation now with Wanda Crawford, the SUNO alumni president, and Dr. Cynthia Honore Collins, SUNO Foundation Director. And you all got a little something coming up that hasn't happened in a couple of decades or so. Yes. But it's coming back.
Yes. And
it's coming back. The Armor Up alumni event is coming back to SUNO next month.
Yes, we are very excited about the event. It's the SUNO Alumni Summit. Dr. Bowie is working closely with the alumni to ensure that the event is a successful event for us. He's providing his support with us with the event. The event is on December the 13th from 9 to 12. So it's a rally call to all alumni to join the summit. We're going to be talking about how we can shape up the university, how we could support the university, not so much shape up the university, but how can we support the university? How can we support the students as alumni?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And Dr. Collins, what are you looking for in terms of not what are you looking for, what do you know that alumni can expect on that morning?
On that morning, I expect alumni should come and be prepared to get engaged, to really get engaged with the alumni. We're going to have some dynamic speakers. Dr. Bowie will give us the state of SUNO. We'll have the Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs to let us know what's new, what's coming back, and what we're going to be doing moving forward as it relates to academic affairs. And then we're trying to revitalize student life on campus. So we'll be talking with Dr. Wyatt, the Vice Chancellor of Enrollment. Yes, so that we can revitalize the student lives. We're so excited. And one other thing. After the agenda of 9 to 12, we want all alumni to stick around so we can have our alumni social. We're going to party and celebrate and do all those good things.
Do what the Knights do.
Yeah, we will do what the Knights do immediately after the summit.
Okay.
The summit is going to be business.
Yes.
And the social will be just that. So we're looking forward to a couple of alumni to come in from Houston and Northern Louisiana, Atlanta. So if you're out there in any of those areas, hook up with your other alumni and y'all come on home.
Okay.
Just come on home December 13th.
Okay.
We will be ready and expecting you. 8:30 registration. The program will begin exactly at 9. And
so people can plan accordingly.
So plan accordingly. If we get enough reservations, we can figure out what else we can do around the summit.
Yes.
Maybe even do a worship service that Sunday morning.
Okay.
Maybe have dinner that Friday night. If enough folks come in town,
sure.
you know, we can call a few people and make some last minute reservations. So anybody out there, give us a call and come on out.
So for those who are, let's call them younger alumni. So they don't remember what this was like before. Can you describe what this was like before and how this might be similar or different?
I remember only one, and I think that was the last one, and I wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay.
Because we were still in school at the time.
You know, so I do remember alumni coming together. There were some party elements of it, but it was a lot of business, whereas that, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the first time I met the Southern System president that actually came in. So it was all about the business of SUNO. But they looked like they were having such a good time.
Yeah, which might have been why you were there.
Which is kind of I'm supposed to be. So, yeah.
Okay. So this is about the business of SUNO. You're covering some different aspects from a good overview with the chancellor.
Yes.
No strangers of SUNO.
Right.
Chancellor, vice chancellor for academic affairs. and the vice chancellor for enrollment and student engagement.
Right.
So when folks are deciding whether to go, where it will be located, and I think it's at Millie Charles, is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's going to be at Millie Charles School of Social Work building, which is on the North Campus. If anybody wants to learn more about the summit, they could definitely send us an email, sunoaa1959@gmail.com, or they could just go to our Facebook page, Southern University at New Orleans Alumni Association. They will see the link there if they want to register, or my contact information is listed there as well. They can
Okay.
reach out.
So what about the dress? Is this a coat and tie dress? I'll use this old school thing, stockings kind of gathering, or what? I mean,
No, as far as attire, we want you to come as you are.
Come as you are, okay.
You know, I have a couple of sorors and stuff that's in place. They don't walk out the door unless they're dressed to the nines from head to toe. So if you're one of those people, come on out that way as well.
Yeah.
But if you want to throw on a nice Suno, make sure it's a Suno t-shirt.
yeah.
And some jeans, you will be welcome. Again, we'll have a continental breakfast starting at 8:30 for registration. We advise you to go online to the Suno website.
Go online to our Facebook page.
To Suno
Facebook page.
Alumni Facebook page to register. If you register, we will be ready for you.
Yeah.
If you're not registered, come on and we'll get ready for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm looking here. I see sunoaa1959@gmail. Is that the good email address?
Yes, that's a very good email address that they could reach out to us to contact us. Or, like I said, again, they can also just go to our Facebook page, Southern University at New Orleans Alumni Association, and they will see the link there to register. And we know we have some alums that may be a little older, seasonal, may not be equipped to go online. So they could just give us a call, or they could just show up on December the 13th at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Now, how much does it cost?
It's free.
It's free?
It's free. All you need is to be a graduate of our beloved Southern University at New Orleans.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Right.
You can say, my name is John Doe, and I graduated in 2001.
Yes.
You know, and
If you got enough love for Suno, you're going to believe that they're an alum and welcome them in.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, they don't need to bring the diploma.
No diploma.
No need for the transcript.
No need for the transcript.
No,
You know,
we're
because
nice
if you're
and
just
all
a
that.
friend of Suno and you want to be a part of Suno, we definitely are going to welcome you in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is Saturday, December 13th, the Millie Charles School of Social Work Auditorium.
Yes.
9 a.m. to 12 noon. Everybody's going to hear from the Chancellor, Joe Bowie. Who's the Vice Chancellor of Academics?
Dr. Cook.
Dr. Cook.
Right. Dr. Cook. And, of course, Dr. Ashanta Wyatt, the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment and Student Engagement. And, you know, certainly academics are important, but I know one of the things with SUNO that's important is the student engagement because of the type of school that it is. There are
Right.
different ways that students need to be engaged.
Right.
With not, you know, so many people living on campus and seeing each other for this, that, and the other. So you have to engage them. So Dr. Wyatt's large and in charge on that part. And enrollment, of course, is very important to the fiscal health of any higher ed institution.
Right. SUNO has been long known for its non-traditional students.
Right.
We're the ones that get to work and realize, okay, I need to know a little bit more about this in order for me to elevate myself. So you'll find a lot of non-traditional students, especially with the weekend college, the weekend and night college returning. And so that's what SUNO has been known for. Even when with the traditional school hours and things of that nature. I know when I was there, the majority of us were non-traditional students. We weren't the typical student that just graduated from high school. Right. You know, maybe we've been out 2-3 years, some a little bit longer, but most of us, the majority of the students there, are not the typical graduating from high school going directly into college. Although we welcome them.
Absolutely.
And we recruit them.
Yes.
And we would love to have all of them.
Yes.
But it's not the typical student that you will find at SUNO.
Right. Well, Ms. Wanda Crawford, SUNO Alumni President, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us. We really appreciate, you allowing us to come on air to speak about the summit. So we just want to encourage all our alums to come out, to the summit. It's going to be a great event. We have a panelist discussion with a few alums that's going to share their journey and help us with moving forward with the alumni and continue to stay engaged with each other and the university.
All right. And Dr. Collins, thank you. SUNO Foundation Director. Thank you for coming in today. What's the takeaway for those alums out there?
Oh, the takeaway is come on out. You can't miss the fun. We're going to have some fun that day. We'll get some good information. And SUNO's future is so bright, especially with our leader, the Dr. Joseph Bowie Jr. Yes. So with our perfect leader in place, but he needs help. He needs our support. So that's why we're doing the rallying cry. Let's come on out and support our own to move us forward. Let SUNO be the institution that we know it can be.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. And one more time, how can people reach out to you and get more information about the Armor Up 2025 Alumni Summit?
Right. They could just shoot us an email, sunoaa@1959@gmail.com, or they could go to our Facebook page and register there, which is Southern University at New Orleans Alumni Association.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, thanks again. Appreciate
Thank you. We
all
appreciate
coming in.
it.
Always good to hear from the Knights and what you all are doing. You're always doing something. So it's wonderful to see that you're pulling the alumni together.
Yes.
Get them focused on some of the most important things too. Because if Dr. Joe Bowie is successful, SUNO will be successful.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Wonderful. Well, thank you all for being with us. This is WBOK 1230 AM. The talk line is 504-582-9422. Again, 504-582-9422. I'm Will Sutton. If you got something on your heart, on your head, want to get something off your chest, give us a ring and let us know. As my daddy used to say decades ago, you can always call with a question. We'll do our best to answer your question. But if we can't give you an answer, we'll give you a response. All right, WBOK, 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Earn Your Leisure is a financial literacy platform that wants more people from more backgrounds to learn how to invest. They host events throughout the year, including their annual Invest Fest. Speaking to Bloomberg, Earn Your Leisure co-founder Rashad Bilal says one space he's trying to get more people interested in is investing in Africa.
The continent has immense resources. Obviously, everybody knows that. The youngest population. So I think that there's a lot of enthusiasm right now about Africa. There's a lot of success stories that's happening in Africa right now. So I think that that's something that our audience has been very enthusiastic about.
Earn Your Leisure co-founder Rashad Bilal. Bloomberg recently hosted the Africa Business Summit in Johannesburg to discuss some of the top issues and opportunities in the continent. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It is 8:51 a.m., and I know that some of you all popping some things in the oven, getting some things prepared on stovetop so that you can have things prepared for Thursday, but I know you're going to eat some of that good, delicious food you're cooking today. We are here at WBOK, 12:30 a.m. My name is Will Sutton. I am happy to be blessed to have the opportunity to be with you once again. And the talk line is 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. So that was a wonderful conversation with Wanda Crawford, Southern University New Orleans alumni president, and Dr. Cynthia Honore Collins, the Suno Foundation director, about their alumni summit coming up on Saturday, December 13th. Remember, it is free. It's going to be at the Millie Charles School Auditorium, and you're going to hear all about what's going on at Southern under the leadership of Chancellor Joe Bowie. All right, let's take a call. Don, good morning. How are you, sir?
Yes, good morning. Happy holiday, Mr. Sutton.
Same to you, sir.
All right, thank you. I don't know what Southern University had the president of Southern University, Baton Rouge. I don't know why they fired Eric Dooley. He was winning coach. You know, he did it. He did his swag. He did his swag time. You know, serving at Southern with Pete Richardson. Then he went to Arkansas Pine Bluff. They won a swag championship. Arkansas Pine Bluff won a swag championship with Monty Coleman, a longtime Washington Redskins at the time. You know, he was only one of two Redskins to play for 20 seasons for the Redskins, him and Darryl Green and one other player. And then he went to Prairie View, Grambling. So that's a swag man, yeah. That's a devoted swag man with a winning coaching record. Won at Prairie View and was winning at Southern. They fired him. Southern got to get their act together, man. They what, 0 and they won the conference game this year in the swag. So, but I wanted to call, and I think you said that you made 70.
Oh, yeah, I made 70 in the summer. In the summer, that's right.
Oh, and you're 70 years old. You know, Mr. Sutton, there are over 500,000 Americans that are in their 80s and 90s that are still working. Some have to because of not having the cost of living.
Right.
And medical issues, the cost of medical services. And in their 80s and 90s, can you imagine? And some are looking for jobs, they just can't find them in their 80s and 90s. So they'll consider you a youngster.
That's
and
right.
They'll consider me a baby.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'm
Yes,
blessed
sir.
I'm blessed to have the opportunity to continue to do some of this work. I have a number of friends who have been retired for quite a while, and others who have retired just in the last year or so. That's not something that I'm doing right now, but I appreciate the decision that others might make. And who knows? Maybe I will be doing that.
No.
Years.
I didn't
We'll
say that
see.
for you to consider that. I didn't say that for you to consider that, Mr. Sutton. I didn't say that. We're not accepting your resignation or retirement. We're not accepting because, they say that you've never seen an armored car following a funeral procession. You can't take your wealth with you.
Uh-huh.
But it's not just monetary wealth. It is intellectual wealth. It is the know-how. And you've never seen a library following a funeral procession as well. You can't take that knowledge with you. So we have to really, sit at the feet of the elders, if you will, and listen and learn, and hopefully y'all have the spirit to share. A lot of older people feel that their value is not necessary, and it's very necessary. I'm gonna close on this quickly. Volunteer. I heard Mr. Bernardino say volunteer. A volunteer hour is worth. They value it at about nationally at about $34.79. I think the last figure came out with the Insight Group and the Do Good organization at the University of Maryland. $34.79 is a volunteer hour. Now, we're not talking about if you volunteer your legal service and do pro bono work.
Right.
That correlates with your fees that you usually charge as an attorney in legal services. So it can go up to $200 an hour, $300, $400 an hour, whatever your usual fees are as an attorney or an accountant or any of those professional areas. And so, but minimum wage is $7.25. So there's an imbalance in valuing our citizenry and our input. And so I just wanted to chime in on that this morning.
Well,
the value of what we contribute. And your value is very valuable with WBOK as your partner.
Well, I appreciate that. I do look at a number of things and try to stay up on a thing or two as a part of being engaged, and also to share with you all. So I am aware of the number of people who are older and working, and there are more than 500,000 people who are 80 and older who have been working, and there's I think the number is 30,000 who are 90 and over who are still working. The difference with that calculation is not all of them are working full-time, permanent jobs, but they are working some types of job. But even so, one of the things that I want to be sure that I do is to be aware of how I age and to take that into account as I work. I think there are sometimes there's situations where people don't take that into account, and it may not be particularly good for them or for other folks. And we also want to make room for young folks to come along and train them up and provide them with opportunities as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Don. It's been great having this show on Monday morning. What a beautiful, beautiful day. We had the opportunity to hear from the president of Grambling State University, the chancellor of Southern University. We heard from our friends at Southern University, New Orleans, Wanda Crawford and Dr. Cynthia Honore Collins, about their Southern SUNO Alumni Summit coming up on December 13th. Of course, we heard from Larry Barabino from North Sea about the toy drive that they have going on and how that's going to be something that's going to, they're going to give away the unwrapped, unused toys that they collect between now and mid-December. and they'll be giving them out. And, of course, we got the holidays at the park in Joe Brown Park starting this weekend. Opens at dusk and closes about 10 p.m. It's always a good time, great opportunity, and it is free. So take a look at that, put that on your calendar, and Lord willing, I'll be back tomorrow. Right now, we're going to have to get out of here and make room for the front porch. Kimber and Graylin, they always have something good for you. You're listening to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about. All day long.